Hello friends, today we are going to talk about what are finite and non-finite verbs. Before talking about finite and non-finite, we should know about what are verbs. Okay, so an action word or a state of being is known as verb. What are action word? All the doing words in our universe are action words, and state of being refers existence of a verb in a sentence. Okay, I hope your doubt is clear. So this is all about verb. How non-finite verbs and finite verbs are categorized, what is their origin. So the origin of finite and non-finite verb is action words. Okay, when grammarians categorized action words, they categorized action words as two categories. First is at basic level and second is at advanced level. At basic level, they categorized action word as transitive and intransitive. What are transitive verbs? Those verbs which contain object with them in a sentence are called transitive verbs, and those verbs which do not contain object with them in a sentence are called intransitive verbs. So this is all about transitive and intransitive. Now come to our advanced point, that is finite and non-finite. They categorize finite and non-finite on the basis of advanced level of action words. Okay, so what are finite and non-finite? Finite verbs are those verbs which follow the rules of tenses, that is they follow the rules of work and time. Okay, and what are non-finite? Which do not follow the rules of tenses. Simple. So we have to talk about non-finite verbs. Before talking about non-finite verb, let us take an example of finite verb. She is singing a song. Here she is a subject, is helping verb, singing is main verb, and song is object. Actually, when grammarians categorized finites and non-finites, they found that large number of structures in a sentence, meaning infinite structures. So in non-finite verbs, they found infinite structures. But we already know that in finite verb, there is only one and one structure, that is subject plus helping or modal verb plus main verb plus object. Okay, so this is the structure of action word. I mean finite verb. But about non-finite verbs or non-finite verbs, there are numerous structures, lots of structures. So it is difficult to write each structure in a sequence. So that's why they categorized action words as finite and non-finite verb. Okay, so this is the example of finite. How? So here she is subject, this is helping verb, singing is main verb, and this is object. So therefore, this is the example of finite verb, and all the examples written below are not finite. Okay, so this is all about finite verb. Now come to the point on non-finite verbs. What are non-finite verbs? Okay, so there are also three categories of non-finite verbs. What are they? There are three categories: participle, infinitive, and gerund. Okay, so what is participle? There are further three categories of participle. First is present participle, means using main verbs first form plus ing. Okay, this is the first category of participle, that is known as present participle. Second is past participle, means using main verbs third form. Using main verbs third form in a sentence is known as past participle. Okay, and perfect participle means having plus main verbs third form. Having plus main verbs third form. Let us take an example. The rain is pouring down. Okay, the rain is pouring down. Here pouring down. Here pouring down. Here pour plus ing means present participle. Okay, here it is used as present participle. The rain is pouring down means we have the first form plus ing. Okay, so this is the example of present participle. Now Monica had finished her work. Monica had finished her work. Here Monica is subject and here had finished. You can see finished in a sentence. So this is main verb's third form. Why? Because there is had in a sentence. Okay, so that's why we use main verb's third form. Okay, so finished in main verb's third form. So that's why this is the example of non-finite verbs as past participle. Now come to our next example, having plus main verb's third form. Having done this work, he went away. So here having plus main verb's third form. Done. Do did done. Okay, so having plus main verb's third form. So this is the example of non-finite perfect participle. Okay, so these are the examples of participle. Okay, now come to second point. What are infinitives? Okay, using two plus main verbs first form. Actually there are many kinds of infinitives. There are many kinds of infinitives, but we talk only about first point. Okay, that is using two plus main verbs first form. Okay, two plus main verbs first form. This is example of infinitives. Okay, here is an example, that is it is easy to sing a song. Okay, to sing a song. So here what we are able to see, two plus main verbs first form. Okay, 2 plus main verb short form. So that's why this is example of non-finite infinitive. Okay, so this is example of infinitive. Okay, now come to our third point, that is gerund. Okay, what are gerund? Okay, using main verb first form plus ing. What? But we are using main verb first form ing in present participle. Yes, there is a difference between present participle and gerund. Okay, present participle acts like a adjective, acts like an adjective in a sentence, verb as well as an adjective, but gerund acts like a verb as well as noun in a sentence. Okay, for example, singing gives us joy. Okay, singing, here what we are able to see, main verb first form plus ing. Okay, so here main verb first form plus ing, so this is an example of gerund. How? Because here singing is acting like a subject and we know that subject is a noun. Okay, so that's why this is gerund. There is only one difference, that is present participle acts like an adjective and verb, but gerund acts like a noun and verb in a sentence. I hope your doubts are clear. So this is the difference between present participle and gerund. Okay, I hope your doubts are clear. Okay, now please share this video and comment if you like my video. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.